In 2004, the government of Delhi instituted an award through the Department of Art, Culture and Languages to celebrate those who have, through their work in the fields of visual arts, music, painting, sports, theatre and literature, enriched our collective lives and our shared culture. Today, we celebrate two individuals who have done just that.
ऐसी नई नवेली जलवेली सुंदर नार.
For nearly 100 years, his voice has enthralled listeners. Even today, time stands still when he sits down to sing.
नैन की ओट से करत वार ऐसी नई नवेली सुन अलवेली सुंदर नार.
His father, Chote Yusuf Khan, was his first guru, and his uncle, Bade Yusuf Khan, completed his training.
22 बरस मुसलसल कंटिन्यू मेरी तालीम हुई और हालत ये थी उनकी कि नेरे गा यमन गवा रहे मुझको, नेरे गा रे नेरे सा, धानी रे गा रे धानी रे सा. अब इसके आगे नहीं बढ़ रहे. 3 महीने गुजर गए. एक रोज इत्तेफाक से उठ के कहीं चले गए. हमने सोचा कि जरा सा माँ लगा के देखें तो मध्यम, और जैसे ही लगाई वैसे वो आ गए. तो उन्होंने बरजस्ता ये कहा कि क्या मैं नीरे गा तुम्हारा सही हो गया, जो मध्यम लगाई तुमने. मैंने कान पकड़ लिए, मैंने कहा तो बस मेरी अब ऐसी गलती नहीं होगी.
For 2 decades, his gurus honed his talent into an instrument without parallel for its versatility. In Khayal, Dhrupad, Dhamar and Thumri, his mastery is such that it recalls the master whose musical tradition he belongs to, Mian Tansen.
रज रज शाहन शाह मदार नूरी मन सुमरन. सा अगर सद जाए तो ये भी समझ लीजिए कि जिंदगी का मेरे बहुत बड़ा मोल है, वो भी नहीं सद पाया.
A poet, writer and composer of note, Rasan Pia, as he is known, sings and teaches many of his own 2000 compositions. Steeped in humility and devotion, Ustad Abdul Rashid Khan is a living monument of a time when a man was known by the strength of his character. At the age of 106, that strength still shines through in his voice, with the verve and control of a much younger man.
सब संसार तेरा नाम जपत है, रसन को पार करो सुधना रो.
A prodigy who won the annual Shankar's National Art Competition for school children at the age of 12, her work has been described as melancholic, vibrant and eclectic. How does she describe herself?
I don't have time to define myself. I'm so busy that I just seem to hurtle from one event and one exhibition to the other. I've never paused long enough to really define myself, and I think I should leave that perhaps for the next generation.
Born into a family of mixed Bengali and American heritage, she studied art and literature while painting in a style that was all her own. She was inspired to go her own way even as the world was enamored of modernism.
Well, you know, when I've been painting for 58 years, as I say, the inspiration changes from day to day. So there are many, many ways of getting inspired just being here in this little studio. I don't have to look afar. But quite often one is inspired by someone one has met. I'm constantly inspired by my own children and grandchildren because they say a woman's world is smaller but very intense. And that's always an inspiration.
At 18, she presented her first solo exhibition with 53 paintings in a variety of styles. In a career spanning nearly 6 decades, she has traveled the world, painted in oils, made murals, and won many awards.
Well, I come in the morning, right here, I sit in front of a blank canvas and see how it comes to me. I think that is the challenge that faces every artist when they begin a new canvas. What am I going to paint on it? I think more than other painters, perhaps I don't do much premeditating of what's going to happen. Though sometimes a fragment of a dream or something from the past will suddenly emerge in the canvas. A very conscious thing I do is to try to prevent the canvas from too much prettiness, from too much beauty. So very often there's a hint of despair or death or perhaps certainly melancholy. I've always said I'm melancholic because of my Bengali background. We are rather melancholic, but out of melancholy you do get sometimes great art.
She has always had a maverick streak about her, and a desire to capture in her work things that catch her fancy keep her work fresh and contemporary even today.
I like the quirky, and I think I introduced the quirky to the art world in a sense with my first exhibition of painted objects, which was Follies and Fantastical Furniture. And I had an exhibition called Gods and Others, which was also a bit of a parody. And that resulted in the big exhibition called Kit Kit Hota Hai. Meningitis was an exhibition that had my grandchildren and my son and me, so there were 4 of us. And we thought that was a good name for it since we were all Menons. And my granddaughter has now suggested that the next one should be called Phenomenon.
Today, her works grace private and corporate collections and have been acquired by museums in India and abroad. Driven by a love for painting, she still finds the energy to go out and look for inspiration. Inspiration that touches everyone who experiences her work.
I'd say I'm a person driven to paint, and I've painted almost every day of my life for the last 58 years. I can't stop. So it's some kind of addiction. I'm an addict. That's what I am.
The Lifetime Achievement Award is a recognition of a person whose contribution has been so complete, overwhelming, and outstanding that it has taken a lifetime to create. To wholly appreciate all its nuances would take a lifetime still.